not sure if this was a good idea.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
What's happening, guys? Today I'm just going to do a little Ask Me Anything. I posted it up on my Instagram. Make sure you follow me. Wink. Few great questions, few very silly questions from my friends, but I'm going to answer them anyway. So, let's get started. Ask Me Anything, number 1. First question comes from Jack Swarvey. Hi, Jack. He asks, how much time do you think you should practice each day? I'm going to be honest, that varies dependent on what you want to do. How much time do you have? I will confess I don't practice nearly as much as I should do, as much as I want to, but life gets in the way. As much as you can cope with, and then try to increase the amount of time. I don't think going like from practicing nothing to 8 hours is feasible. You just can't concentrate. But I always subscribe to the idea that if you played or if you practice for 45 minutes, that's way better than just noodle around for 4 hours. So make sure your practice is efficient and you'll actually start to make progress without having to spend hours and hours. Okay, KBXI __ asks my top 5 bands. Number 1, Stevie Wonder. Guy's a dude. Number 2, Robert Glasper Experiment. They're pretty badass. I went to see them once. It was amazing. I've been listening to a lot of Tool recently. They're really good. I really hope those guys bring out an album very soon. I don't know. Beyond that, I can't think. It varies. It's more like I listen to stuff obsessively and then forget about it and then come back and listen to it. Let me know what bands you like. Okay, this question comes from Christy Bannerman. He asks, how long had you played drums before you got your first double kick pedal? From your experience, do you think there's a certain length of time you should have played or a certain skill level to be reached before moving on to double kick? Answer is way too soon, probably like 6 months or something. I made my dad buy me an Iron Cobra double. Sorry, Dad, I know it was very expensive, but thanks, pal. It depends what you want. Like, I don't play double pedal anymore because I just don't need to play it. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't help my playing. I don't require it to play the things I want to play. But it's definitely, if you're in metal, and let's say you start out and you say I want to be a metal drummer, then just grab that double pedal, start working on it. I think you should work on single pedal as well, but if you feel like it's a benefit to your playing, just dive right in. No one should put any barriers to what you should learn or when you should learn it. There's no order. Just practice really well, count out loud, play with a click track. You'll be a badass. This question comes from ZS _ personnel. He asks, have you played kits other than Natal? What other kits have you played? Yes and no. I started on Percussion Plus beast of a kit. It was beautiful. It had the most horrible cymbals, and that was actually my dad's, and we tore that thing to shreds. Then I got on a Tama, a couple of Tamas. Tama Superstar? Swing Star? Star something. Rockstar. Tama Rockstar Custom. I remember having to wait months and months for that. I love that kit. And then I got a Tama Star Classic Maple. She's called Eleanor, and I worked my ass off for that. And then that's kind of what I played for many years. And then the Natal thing came out around because obviously I was doing the other videos on the other channel, and the guy Steve approached me. He said, we need to talk. I said, let's talk, and we talked, and the drums sound great. In the studio, I use whatever's around, Plural Masters. I've played most things. I think drums are drums. Drums sound a lot like drums, and I hope a snare goes snare and a tom goes tom. I think you can get too obsessive over gear. I definitely was obsessive over gear, but make it sound good, do the best you can. And the Natal kits are awesome, but loads of other kits are awesome. Liam _ SHM says, who is your biggest inspiration as a drummer? Chris Coleman. 100% of the time, 200% of the time, 25 days a week. He is, I can watch videos of him all day long and never get bored of them. Like I said in another video, I studied with him very briefly. I would love to study with him again. I would love to get absolutely roasted by him for like a week on end. I'm sure you could pick holes in my playing that I didn't even know were there. But he's just incredible. There's loads of others, Vinny Colaiuta, Benny Greb, Mike Johnson for his work ethic. I don't know how that man still runs. Joost Nickel's a badass. There's just so many incredible drummers out there. Let me know your favourite drummers in the link below. Maybe someone new I could check out. Next question. Scott Donald, who's a badass in his own right. He says, "Hi Dave, in the Chaffee books he talks about formulas to calculate odd note groupings. How many measures, bars and amounts of times you play to grouping to fit? Care to do a wee ELI5? And I had no idea what an ELI5 is, but apparently it's explained like I'm 5. Okay. Very simple. 3-note grouping takes 3 beats or 3 whole bars to resolve. 5-note grouping, 5 beats, 5 whole bars. Before the theory police get involved, that is in 16th notes. In triplets, or in any other way, a really easy way is to do your times table. Now, I'm going to assume that a 5-year-old is very smart and they can do their times table. But if you line up the times table of each grouping, let's say you want to play a group of 3 through 4 notes, then you do the times table, 3, 6, 9, 12, and you do the 4 times table, 4, 8, 12, the first point that they interject. That's the amount of notes each time. So it would take 4 cycles or 3 groups of 16th notes to cycle a group of 3. The same thing in triplets, the same thing in septuplets. That's how I work on it. If you count through it, count quarter notes, you'll be able to feel it way easier. Hope that worked. Oh, question. Deep. Would you rather poop yourself every time you sneezed or sweat mayonnaise? Mayonnaise every time. That was from Kyle Plays Drums. Cheers, man. This next one, it's a few actually, I'll answer them all at the same time. Echo Lab Social. How do you structure your lessons for teaching? So, every lesson is kind of different, but every lesson is the same. And what I mean by that is that to start with, I will teach you the same stuff I teach everyone, no matter how you've played or how long you've played, because there are fundamental gaps in lots of people's knowledge. I've talked about groove structures before, permutations, I've talked about new breed reading, I've talked about counting click tracks, that's all the same stuff. From there we deviate. I've got students that are beginners but they've started studying jazz. I've got guys that are working through their high school or school exams. I've got guys that just want to play and learn some cool stuff. Once we get the basic 6 things out of the way, counting, click tracks, what you're thinking about, posture, technique, then it's kind of a free reign. I'll keep a little note of everyone's lessons so I know what we're working on, but I do like my lessons to be a little bit freer than the ones I had. I've had some horrible experiences with lessons. So I like to have the idea that, what are you working on? Oh, let's check this out. Or have you tried this? Or I like it to be more of like a coach mentality. Second question is, how do you structure this around your own practice time? I don't, because I don't practice enough. However, I should practice more. A lot of my time is taken up with editing videos, social media stuff. I'm taking a step back from gigging recently to try to do more, be more efficient. It's really important to me that I spend time with my wife, that I enjoy myself outside of drumming, because it can become this obsession. And also I just want to practice. I want to get better at the drums. So I limit my teaching. This might be something that you guys might want to do. Just adjust myself. That you guys might want to do if you're finding it difficult. I only teach privately. I obviously do online stuff, and I will be launching a lesson website very soon, because I think that will allow me to reach more people. If you're interested, leave a comment below. That'd be really cool to know. What I do is I limit myself to 20 hours teaching. So that's 3 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then 5 hours on a Saturday, 6 hours on a Sunday. That means I've got Wednesday for work, Tuesday during the day, Monday during the day, Friday during the day, and then if people cancel, I've got the rest of the time to practice. I want to try and get back to like 2 hours practice a day. I think you guys will notice a real difference in my playing and my teaching, but just from a personal point of view, like a pride point of view, I just want to get better. Final comment. Finally, how much time would you spend practicing or preparing for a lesson versus practicing on your own improvements in the day? I assume he means online stuff. Maybe all of these are online stuff, I'm not sure. If I didn't answer your question, Echo Lab, ask them again and I'll answer them properly. This one is what I teach what I'm teaching you guys is stuff I teach the students anyway, so it's stuff I know. And it's either that or it's stuff I'm working on. So the two are kind of symbiotic, they work together. Deeper lessons, things that I'm teaching that require like B-roll or stuff like that, that require more research, that's just part and parcel of the gig. I just research stuff, I practice stuff. But I'm teaching you stuff that I want to practice, that I want to get better at, or stuff that I already teach to other students. A lot of the stuff on my website will be the stuff that I teach in lessons, the really deep stuff, the stuff that's going to require me to sit and talk for like half an hour about stuff. Next question. What do I have here? Nick Pointer, who's a badass drummer with the best drum face. I'm going to put it up right now, Nick, because you just asked a stupid question. But can you lend me a tenner? Thumbs up. Nah, mate. Sorry. Definitely not. Liam Noodle, guitar player I play with. He asks, how do I play in 19/7? Don't. How many toms are too many? More than one. In Pick a Destiny, Dave Grohl uses 3 kick drums. How is this possible? Because it's Dave Grohl. Hope you guys dug this. I'm going to be doing more of these. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Leave some comments below, some questions below, and I'll ask them next time. Hope you guys dug it. Take care. Happy drumming.